Taking your family for a day out at the zoo has been a tradition for a very long time, and given recent statistics, the number of visitors is growing. But have you ever stopped to think about whether keeping animals in zoos and captivity is truly beneficial for them? According to the research, there are 421 zoologicals with a 2.9% business growth this year. While some argue that zoos play a role in conservation and education, there are several reasons why animals should not be kept in zoos and captivity. But is there a reason why animals should not be kept in zoos? Keep watching. One of the pivotal concerns stemming from the world of zoos revolves around the undeniable lack of ample space allocated for our fellow creatures. Even with the utmost dedication, the reality remains that most enclosures pale in comparison to the expansive domains these animals naturally inhabit. This limited physical freedom often culminates in a distressing environment, triggering stress and evoking neurotic behaviors among the majestic inhabitants. Animals kept in zoos often find themselves in unnatural environments, especially those taken from the wilderness. Some zoos may have plans to reintroduce animals into the wild, but for many, this becomes impossible. This loss of natural behavior can be detrimental to their survival. Animals kept in zoos often find themselves in unnatural environments. Wild animals have specific behaviors influenced by their environments. Captive animals, particularly big predators, lose the opportunity to learn essential life skills such as hunting and social structures. This alteration of behavior can make it challenging for reintroduced animals to cope with life in the wild. Despite the growth of the zoo business, some zoos still have poor living conditions for animals. Overcrowded habitats can lead to animals harming each other, and the lack of physical stimulation can cause stress and behavioral problems. Mental and physical health often affects the lifespan of animals in captivity. Surprisingly, even when nourishment is abundant, the shadows of mental unrest can cast an eerie pall, curbing the vitality of these beings. This enigmatic interplay leads to a shortened lifespan for certain species, especially those accustomed to large territories in the natural wildlife environment. Keeping animals in captivity for our entertainment raises ethical concerns. Animals have rights too and shouldn't be subjected to a life of confinement and separation from their social structures. Capturing animals, even for amusement, should not be happening, particularly for species not on the endangered list. The well-being of animals in zoos depends on the knowledge and care provided by zookeepers. Unfortunately, not all caretakers are well informed about the animals they are responsible for, leading to potential abuse and harm to the animals. Some zoo animals sustain physical and psychological scars from harsh treatment by zookeepers. This cruelty can result in animals not being able to fully relax and thrive in captivity, causing further distress and suffering. Breeding programs in zoos can lead to surplus animals, which may be sold to other facilities or face death if not in demand. This practice can lead to animals being treated as commodities rather than living beings. Animals that find themselves trapped within the confines of circuses frequently undergo rigorous training techniques and face cruel treatment. Consequently, they endure both physical and emotional anguish, resulting in a distressing toll of injuries and fatalities, as documented in numerous instances. Breeding programs in zoos can pose challenges, such as loss of genetic diversity and animals that cannot survive in the wild. In some cases, these captive-born animals may pass on genes that are not beneficial to wild populations, putting the species at risk. Zoos built for profit may prioritize financial gains over the well-being of animals. The lack of proper regulations in some countries allows these businesses to cut corners, leading to inadequate habitats and care for the animals. It also negatively affects the environment, especially when exotic animals escape or are released into the wild. This can disrupt ecosystems, leading to the overpopulation of certain species and negative impacts on vegetation and ground cover. As herbivorous populations increase, they can overgraze vegetation, leading to deforestation and soil erosion. The loss of vegetation contributes to global warming due to less carbon in the atmosphere, exacerbating climate change. While some zoos may play a role in conservation and education, it's essential to consider the well-being of animals and their natural behaviors. If we genuinely love animals, we should strive to support ethical practices that prioritize their welfare and promote their conservation in the wild. This involves creating environments that mimic their native habitats, offering mental and physical stimulation, and participating in breeding programs for endangered species. By encouraging research and advocating for policy changes, we can ensure that zoos become true sanctuaries, contributing significantly to safeguarding vulnerable species while educating the public about the importance of coexisting with wildlife. Let us unite in a collective initiative to safeguard these awe-inspiring beings and their intricate habitats, thus forging a path towards an improved future encompassing the entire spectrum of life on our precious planet. By joining hands, we can actively contribute to preserving biodiversity, advocating for sustainable practices, and fostering harmony between humanity and the natural world. Through concerted efforts, we aspire to leave a lasting legacy of coexistence, where every living entity thrives, and the delicate balance of our ecosystems is nurtured for generations to come. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay connected with us and stay informed about future content that aims to make a difference. Together, we can amplify our efforts and create a ripple of positive transformation. Thank you for watching, and remember, our choices can make a difference. Let's choose compassion and respect for all animals, supporting their freedom and happiness in their natural homes. Together, we can create a world where both humans and animals thrive.